All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Fog Island, 1945. I'm giving this one 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. I used to say on this channel that George Zucco will never give me anything but a 5 out of 5 stars movie until I saw this. Fog Island is a 1945 U.S. mystery suspense film directed by Terry O'Morse. The film stars B movie horror film regulars George Zucco and Lionel Atwill. It was based on the 1937 play Angel Island by Bernadine Bernie Angus. A recent ex convict named Leo Granger lives secluded on Fog Island with the daughter of his murdered wife, seeking to learn who murdered her and to exact revenge on those who framed him and destroyed his business. He invites his former associates to his creepy island mansion on the pretext he may share a hidden fortune with them. Prior to the arrival, he rigs the mansion with secret passages in a trap. Then, once his guests arrive, he gives each a clue, including his stepdaughter and his butler. This successfully pits everyone against the others and plays on their greed. The rights to the play on which the film was based had been sold by the New York World Telegram for $30,000, but this is highly suspect as it became a PRC release, Poverty Row. And the studio would only give less than $200 to writers for the final script. The film sets were designed by art director Paul Palmentola, Sharon Douglas, and Carl Hajos. Liebestrom Love's Dream by Fritz Litz is the soundtrack. AllMovie noted an early budget spin on 10 Little Indians, calling it cheap but entertaining. Nothing entertaining in this. Matter of fact, I had to keep rewinding it and I couldn't get to Demolition Man tonight. It's getting late and it's past my nappy poo time. And there's nobody in the chat room. All right. Here it is, Fog Island. 1945, 1 hour, 12 minutes, thank God. Although it seemed like 5 hours. Gets a mediocre 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb 1000 ratings. An investor recently released from prison invites a group of former business associates to a holiday in his island home, intending to exact revenge on them. More like this, Zombies on Broadway, One Body Too Many, The Black Raven, and The House of Secrets. Black Raven is a great flick. Highly recommended. This almost forgotten film from the producers releasing corporation PRC was best remembered for bringing together the screen's two masters of menace, George Zucco and Lionel Atwill. Although the credits name George Zucco's character as Leo Grainer, he is referred to throughout the film as Leo Granger. Leo Granger's quoted as saying, "I invited you out here for, let me say, retribution." Now, retribution's an odd word. It can mean so many things. It could mean reward, the return of money you think I stole from you. It could mean giving you an opportunity of getting even with me or with each other. It could mean revenge, taking a life for life. You see, one of you killed something very dear to me. It might have been friendship. It might have been my ideals. It might have been my wife. Perhaps she never knew it, but I happen to love, comma. She was more than just a wife to me. She was my ideal, my friend. Whichever one of you killed her will kill again, and just as wantonly. So let me warn you, the innocent, mind you, to beware of the murderer whenever he or she finds it necessary to strike again. And that, my dear friends, concludes the business of the evening. Now, let's all be sociable as we can, huh? Let's all be as sociable as we can, hmm? This was edited into your afternoon movie Fog Island 2023. Soundtracks Waltz in a Minor. Music by Frederick Chopin. Arranged by Carl Hadjos. Oh, I better put Frederick Chopin. In the music column here. Somebody's in the chat room, but nobody's talking to me. Frederick Chopin. There we go. The Polish composer. Come on. Music by Frederick Chopin. There we go. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Did it. All right. So we got the soundtrack straightened out on the description. Music by Frederick Chopin. Famous Polish composer. Okay. Here's a more flattering review from W4MSW-1, June 21st, 2006. W4MSW-1 is giving this a 5 out of 10, which is about the average rating. It says, nice atmospheric 40s creeper, terrible DVD print. I would have voted 6, but had to subtract 1 for the grisly, bouncy print. Even the DVD print purchased from Deep Discount DVD was wretched, not their fault. But the price was right, under $5 on sale. The actors were wonderful in their scenery, chewing portrayals of the various greedy characters. Many of them were quite well-known actors in the 40s. The only truly bad acting was by the 2 actors portraying the young lovers, whose characters added no value to the story anyway. The other reviews pretty well cover the story and need not be repeated here. The story was adapted from the play Angel Island. What was fun about the movie presentation is that it doesn't stray far from the stage play form. The scenes don't change often, and the action is concentrated in one spot. This helps maintain the continuity of the story, which in low budget presentations can quite often get lost. If you like stories like 10 Little Indians, you'll like this. All right. So there you have it. A 1945 movie. Going down my list, let's see what's coming down the pike. First up, Demolition Man, 1993. Second, A Man Called Horse, 1970. And number 3 is Emergency Squad, 1974. I'll get to those next week. I couldn't get to Demolition Man today. I had the church guy texting me every 5 seconds. He just talks into his text program, and then it comes out as a text. Not sure how that works, but it held me back quite a bit. He made some movie recommendations to me, this church guy. And so I was looking, is it on my list? Has he already recommended it? Have I already reviewed it? That sort of thing. So I got Tennessee's Partner, 1955, and Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. Those were the two that I weeded out. He recommended them, and they were not on my list. I didn't review them, and he had not recommended them previously, although he keeps repeating the same movies over and over again. You got to see this. John Payne is such a great actor. Yeah, I saw him in Kansas City Confidential. By the way, you should check out Kansas City Confidential. Oh, I love this movie with Ronald Reagan. It's called Tennessee's Partner. So this guy's got a one-track mentality, sort of like Karate Man. And so I keep expanding my list. I added Creeperson Ghost Goggles. Then we've got a few of the sex comedies here. Trauma, Something to Hide, and Confessions of a Window Cleaner, with the British actress who was in Broken Path. All right. So I added Broken Path, 2008, OC Babes in the Slasher, Zombie Town, 2008, MILFs versus Zombies, 2015, Shriek Show, 2022, Ebola Rex, 2021, Trauma, 1976, Something to Hide, 1972, Confessions of a Window Cleaner, 1974, and a couple of cult cinema classics, The Big Chase, 1954, and First Spaceship on Venus, 1960. So that's what I've been adding to my movie list on the bottom 30 years from now, or unless I die first. Keep telling that to Karate Man. It keeps making recommendations, but they're sporadic. They're kind of mixed between how many years until this movie And oh, here's a new movie with some martial arts dude who did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. All right. Well, I'm going to take a nappy poo and see if I can add some more George Kennedy movies if I wake up early tomorrow morning. I did take a 2-hour nap today, so I'm feeling pretty good about waking up early tomorrow. Laters.